So John's report effectively says our armed forces were told to rush in prematurely, they were under-equipped to cope with what they faced, and then they left too quickly without taking care of the consequences. Does that tally with you?
It's pretty much spot on. I mean, obviously there's a lot of detail they've put into it, but this is part of the lessons learning process. We can't do big operations like this on the cheap. We can't do it late, and if we're going to do something, we've got to do it right through to the finish and not try and pull out when things go a bit wobbly.
Even now, so many years later, people shake their heads in disbelief when they hear about the lack of equipment you had, the wrong boots, not enough ammunition.
Yes, I mean, I remember that the common term being used at the time in 2003 amongst the troops was, this is a joke, and if only it was funny. It wasn't very funny at all. Most people had to either share or go without some important life-saving equipment, such as body armour. I mean, ammunition. I mean, I personally had 7 bullets. I think it was 7 or 9 bullets. I mean, a tiny number when it was almost getting to the point where you thought, if that's going wrong, then what else is going to go wrong? So it didn't fill us with confidence that those above us were really doing their job properly.
We're talking to you now, but you're frustrated that Sir John's report, his inquiry, did not talk to you and officers at your rank, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't think it's not a personal thing. What it is in the military, the knowledge is held within the staff, and like any great business, the knowledge is amongst the working level. And sometimes the senior elements can be detached from that by people who want to filter out bad news, perhaps for their own personal advancement or otherwise. So it was a surprise to me that it seemed to be mostly senior, very senior people, many of whom who were rewarded by the system, given high decorations by other senior people, all of whom seem to be in the crosshairs of this investigation.
Now, of course, many people are still feeling the effects of the war. Sarah, of course, and the death of her brother Bob. You have been suffering from post-traumatic stress, and many of your colleagues as well. Did you get a sense today, listening to Tony Blair, that he still genuinely feels the effects of the decisions he made?
I'm not sure, Matt. I can't say for him whether it's genuine comments he's making or not. I think we saw pretty much a broken man today, and I just think of the broken men and women that I know well who served our country fantastically. I'm more concerned about what we can all do for them to help them, because they haven't got the benefit of a high education or a high wealth to keep them in the next 10, 20 years to keep them happy.
Chris, really thanks. Really appreciate you coming in. Thanks very much indeed.